Good afternoon, everybody, and I'm happy to be at the stage today. You're welcome to this session. And today I'm going to speak about the digital transformation from the data perspective. Because digital transformation is all about the data, because it's digital. And what does transformation actually mean? Transformation, at the end of the day, means your ability to adjust to the changing environment. That's my favorite quote from Mr. Charles Darwin that once said that it's not the most powerful of the species and not the most intelligent that survives, but the one is the most adaptable to change. From my own history, I can tell a interesting story. In the beginning of the century, I joined a company that some of you probably still remember. It was Nokia Corporation in Finland. And I was there for almost 10 years, managing and building global data integration platform for that company. So that's a very good example of how the great company that managed to gather the smartest, the most intelligent people, very rich company, just in no time went through from being a world leader to almost a no-name nowadays. The young generation doesn't know that name anymore. At my time, there was a question, which Nokia you have? There was no question what phone you have. And with that, I want to take you to a journey of the data transformation, because I believe we are going now through the really fundamental tectonic shift in the data management architectures. And in order to transform digitally, you want to follow that. If you want to survive, if you want to prosper as organizations, you want to adapt to this change in the global data landscapes. It's the concept data 3.0 that we can see more and more in the real life. Most of the companies start following nowadays. To understand what does that mean, we need to go a little bit back to data 1.0. In the 90s of the last century, when everybody started to thinking of managing the data. And there were two brilliant people like Bill Eman and Rolf Kimball, if you know these names, who came up with the idea of building a data warehouse. Data warehouse was a kind of a place where you want to collect all your data from the silent applications, and then you can put your analytical or BI tools on top of that, do your reporting, do your analytics. And that was the way how we lived with the frame of data management for quite a time. Data warehouse was a great technology that was sufficient for that time, for those data volumes, that reality. After some time, we moved to the next stage of data management, and everybody started speaking about the data lake, about Hadoop, about the big data. So the technology shifted from a relational data management towards more like unstructured, semi-structured data management. However, the paradigm of this data gravity, get hold of your data, all the data you can reach, gather physically under the roof of the same physical monolithic centralized repository. It stayed the same. Same as with data warehouse, the data lake concept is used that you want to collect all the data and then do your analytics on top of that. What we can see in the modern world, that we are moving to the next stage. We are moving to the data 3.0, which means the rise of logical data architectures like a lakehouse architecture, the architectures of logical data fabric, and very, very basic topic, data mesh is the concept that's coming to the top of the mind of the data professionals globally. And this is the fundamental shift that we have to adapt right now. We have to adapt to the fact that our data is naturally distributed. Data doesn't want to sit in a single place. Data is everywhere. Data is distributed technologically, data is distributed geographically, data is distributed in terms of the ownership. There are a lot of this access of data distribution. However, the fact that you have to learn how to manage the data that are naturally distributed and never sit in the same place. I asked ChatGPT what does data 3.0 means, and that's what the neural network told me, that it's all about the managing distributed data in a more like a real-time manner, however keeping an eye on security and data governance for sure. And that's basically what we can see right now. The business requirements, they changed from past analytics to the future analytics, if you will. Nobody wants to know what happened yesterday. Everybody tries to predict what's going to happen tomorrow. Data is everywhere. We have this business requirement to work with data in real time, and we have a lot of requirements regarding data security, data governance, and data cleansing. Guys, that's wrong graph. You didn't check that, right, before? Okay. Doesn't really show what it meant. But let's think about the logical data warehouse architecture that's promoted by Gartner right now. It says that, okay, you want to keep your data in a traditional data warehouse. Another portion of your data sits already in your fancy data lake, but what if you want your data from the both? Then you have two options, either move data from one to another or build a logical and manage the data without physically moving them yet another time. This architecture we can see in almost every single company that we're reaching out. They already have a data warehouse, or maybe two, like the old one, the new fancy one, the acquired one, and then data lake, or maybe several. Data lake for marketing, data lake for finance. And to get your insights into your data, to get a really meaningful insights, you want to have access to all the data at the same time. And this can only be done in a logical manner. Okay? Even worse. Logical data fabric architecture is the concept that was promoted by Forrester at the same time. So the concept of logical data fabric, it deals with the data distributed more in terms of the geography. You naturally have some of your data sitting on-prem, another portion of the data naturally moving to the cloud inevitably. And even more than that, now we can see that not just hybrid architecture, but hybrid multi-cloud architecture is the new reality. Some of data can be in Google, because Google is good for analytics. A portion of your data sits in Azure, because traditionally Microsoft, and some of the data you moved to Amazon with the buckets recently. And that kind of data distribution that you again have to deal with. Data distributed in terms of the geography, and you want your data to be at the same place to run your data initiatives, starting from the simple reporting and all the way like descriptive predictive analytics, training the models for artificial intelligence and machine learning, running the projects related to data monetization, data democratization, open data initiatives. All that initiatives, they require the data from completely different places, brought together, integrated together, secured and governed properly. And we have no option anymore to move data physically to yet another super data lake or a data warehouse. We need to learn how to do that in a logical way, in a distributed way. The very basic topic is data mesh architecture. It's becoming very popular, especially in Europe, for some reason nowadays. It deals with the distribution from the ownership perspective. The cornerstone of data mesh architecture is that the data producer should keep the ownership of the data. They should not delegate it to the IT organization. The financial department produced a data set. They should keep the ownership of that and share that with the other units in the company in the form of data as a product, as they call that. And then the IT organization should just be responsible for combining all the data together and providing them for the data consumers inside or outside of the company. And this concept works very well when we speak around the projects with the government institutions in the Gulf region as well, like digital authorities or statistic authorities. Another, this organization is to collect the data from the other government bodies. But nobody wants to share the data physically, nobody wants to take the ownership from the other side. This is the perfect concept how you deal with the data distributed in terms of the ownership. The Node data virtualization platform is the tool that can help you to build and organize your data following these modern trends for data management, being a foundation for all the architectures like a logical data warehouse, logical data fabric, data mesh. Zenodo can help you connect into virtually any source in real time, onboarding the data in a virtual manner in a way of creating the virtual twins of the original data, decoupling the consumers from all the complexity that stays at the left side, all the technologies, all the dialects of SQL language, all the protocols and so on and so forth, and providing this data to the consumers in a secure and governed way, and the pattern of data consumption can be anything related to the data, and pretty much every project right now is related to the data. If you want to train your neural networks in a lot of data as the input, if you want to run predictive analytics, you need to have a lot of data, and data virtualization platform serves as a foundation when you want to deal with your distributed data landscape. How that works? Whenever the query comes from the data consumer, data virtualization platform reaches out to all underlying data sources and grabs the data that is needed to answer a specific business question and returns that back to the consumer in the abstracted, unified way, so that the data consumer doesn't want to know about what kind of technology we use, where the data physically sitting. It's a good example if you compare that with the way how we watched the movies some 25 years ago. We had to go to a shop, buy a DVD or video cassette, then you want to bring that home, put it into that player, and then you watch the movie on the screen. So basically we collected the data, we managed it this way. Nowadays you go to the site like Netflix, you click the icon and the movie is on your screen, and you don't care where physically that media is stored, what kind of technology Netflix used to do that. You don't own that, you don't store that. This is a very similar way how the data virtualization works, and that how it helps you to follow this modern trend of data management in the distributed landscape. I just wanted to finalize this with this quote from the 𝐞𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐢𝐨𝐧, who is basically the creator and the inventor of data mesh architecture. She said that decentralized data is the revolution that humankind urgently needs now. I want to thank you for that, and sorry for the technical issues. You're welcome to our booth. We can speak about data virtualization in a more detailed way if you're interested, and I'm more than happy to be with you. If any questions, you're welcome to do that. No questions. Thank you once again so much. Let's meet each other for lunch.